The man discovered a landmine under his feet, but he pretended not to see it and stepped over it. However, the unaware officer stepped on it, freezing in place. It was AM-16 type mine, and even the slightest movement could trigger an explosion. The officer ordered the man to find a rock, but the man pulled out his pistol and aimed it at him. Watching his officer, who had bullied him, now in distress, the man was overjoyed. As the man walked away, the officer fell into despair. Just as he had descended the hill, the man heard the explosion of the landmine. The man then prepared to kill the escaping American navigator. He discovered the navigator's weapon, but when he was about to shoot, he realized something was wrong. He was exposed in the snow, and the ambushed navigator appeared and shot him. At that moment, the ground shook, and enemy tanks rolled in, causing the navigator to flee once again. Why were the terrorists chasing the navigator? A few hours earlier, American fighter jets were tasked with a filming mission, having just signed a ceasefire agreement with Bosnia. However, the radar detected an anomaly in the no-fly zone, and the pilot ignored the navigator's warnings and entered the restricted airspace. Soon, they spotted terrorists in the jungle. Once the terrorists saw them, they immediately launched missiles, hitting the American fighter jets. The pilot and navigator ejected and parachuted down. After landing, the pilot was injured in the thigh and unable to move. The navigator went to the mountain top to search for a signal. The man, finding no bodies in the wreckage, immediately sent people to search. They soon found the pilot, questioned him briefly, and then killed him. The navigator saw this and his scream was heard by the sniper. He risked his life and fled to the mountain top, finally informing his superiors about the pilot's death. The superiors gave the navigator a coordinate and sent a rescue team. However, the general stopped the operation because they had signed a ceasefire agreement, and sending troops would reignite the war. The superiors ordered the navigator to walk to the edge of the ceasefire zone, but he was unfamiliar with the terrain and couldn't shake off the terrorists. When the navigator reached the designated spot, the terrorists announced that they had killed 2 pilots. The general mistakenly believed the navigator had perished, so he abandoned the rescue mission. When the navigator arrived, the rescue plane had just turned around. At that moment, he saw the statue at the mountaintop, the place where he had landed. He fixed the ejection seat, and the radar coordinates lit up again. Upon seeing this, the superiors immediately sent a rescue team. As the navigator was being chased by the tank units, the rescue team arrived, suppressing the terrorists. In the end, the navigator jumped onto the rescue plane, successfully resolving the crisis.